Today we are back with our Studying the Pro series, where we break down gameplay from some of the best Warzone players out there. Now today we have a 38 kill BR duos win here from Breadman, who is easily one of the best Warzone players out there. He plays in the competitive scene, those pro tournaments all the time, consistently finishes top 10 with his squad. So hands down one of the best players. And we're going to go ahead, first things first, before I really get into what we want to focus on today. Notice where he's landing here. This was day one, literally just one of his first games on here, and he's going straight for the cash to get that loadout down. Now, he obviously guy flying in behind him, so he's going to turn around and get that initial advantage here. And one thing you do want to notice, he's on keyboard and mouse. So a lot of what we're going to be focusing on today is that gameplay strategy dynamic. But when it comes to Breadman, he has the confidence to push close quarters. If you are a keyboard and mouse player and watching this, you know, the one tip I'll give you is be very careful in close quarters. That's where you tend to struggle against controller players. But for Breadman here, obviously one of the best in the world, playing some pubs, he's going to go ahead and challenge and have no hesitation with that because of his execution. Now, in this moment right here, we pop UAV, right? So at this point for you, if you don't feel comfortable pushing, if you don't feel comfortable with the guns that you have, just slow down here. Get your load out, but he's going to go ahead and push based on this information and capitalize on the UAV. Now, I want you to remember these two enemies over to his right side here. Remembering information is going to be crucial. And again, I still have yet to tell you kind of we'll go over what we're going to be focusing on here in a second. Notice the hip fire. Whether you're keyboard, mouse, or controller, guys, hip fire in those close quarters, take advantage. Now, let's get into what I want to focus on today. Obviously, his execution is a whole nother level. Obviously, he's playing duos today. Playing quads and trios is very different than playing duos with how aggressive we can be. What we're going to be focusing on is how he navigates the map, how he consistently finds people. UAVs, high ground, zips, enemies shooting with unsuppressed weapons but gives us weapon pings. All of these little things that allow him to quickly push and find the next team, at which point, again, it's duos, so execution's a little bit different. But a lot of you struggle with wandering throughout the entire map with no idea where to go. And then what ends up happening is you're the team getting pushed, you're reacting, you're uncomfortable, you're not in control of the fight, and you end up going down. So right here, off to a good start. 3 kills thus far. Real quick, link to Breadman's Twitch and YouTube down in the comments below. He's doing a lot of educational stuff on his YouTube channel as well, so make sure you guys go check him out. Teammate goes down right here. What does he do? First thing, how many of you guys push that? Straight into the building, you go challenge that head on. What does he do? He's going to play his high ground. He's going to be really strategic here. He plays high ground all the time with his positioning, and he forces himself to get there. Once we get to high ground, we have a ton of cover here. Also, he's on keyboard mouse. Notice we're still strafing to take less damage. He doesn't get aim assist there. Aim assist is only on controller, but he's still strafing to take less damage. Now, from here, biggest thing, gotta wait for our teammate to come back, right? Let's go ahead. He's gonna take the zip here. That was close by. He's just gonna float. He's gonna see what he can find here. The zips allow us to rotate quickly, rotate safely, and gain high ground on enemies, you know, much easier because we could just land on that high ground, right? As opposed to having to actually take the stairs up or something like that. So now that his teammate is back in, one goosh, we're going to go ahead and we buy loadout over here. They would have plenty of cash, but even if, you know, if she lost goosh, they would still have enough because it's only 10,000. So off to a really good start here. 4 kills, have loadout down. One thing that wasn't, I don't know if this was actually addressed in patch notes or anything, but this goes back to Warzone 1. When somebody calls a precision or mortar in, make sure you check your minimap. I'm pretty sure this is a feature right here where they pop up on the minimap again, so make sure you're keeping an eye on that. At this point, he has the information that he's acting on. So how do we play this? Remember, when we get some piece of information, and this is definitely bigger on the big map BR Urzikstan than, you know, traditional like Vondo and Ashika. First thing that we do when we don't have the concrete information, right? We know that he's over here somewhere, but let's play that high ground and try to get an aerial view to see where we're looking. Now, at this point, he's going to go ahead and down this first one. He breaks this second one right about there. Now he's going to go full send it. Why? Because now we have pistols that we can use in the water at all times. So even if that guy tries to swim away, like that guy can't get anywhere, we've already built that advantage. Now, once again, he notices from this mortar strike that there are people over this way. So he's going to go work his way up. Notice he's not spending too much time looting. The pace is there. On to the next fight. On to the next fight. Trying to see what he can find. Ends up getting caught way out in the open. This is where Breadman's obviously just built a little different. Drop shot. Hits his shots well with the DG right there. Teammate helps him with that guy. That kind of saves him. And then they're going to go ahead and thirst this guy over here. That'll be kill number 7 for him. Now, He then gets shot by this next team. So part of getting information is, yeah, 100% getting shot. And this is kind of where we reposition, potentially find a different angle, and we do rely on execution. But right in this moment, watch how aggressive he is without cover, right? He's aggressive without cover, but he's keeping track of his health. I guarantee you that he is. If he starts taking a lot of damage, he's going to back off that, find cover, and then reposition. Now, notice what happens here. I'm going to try to pause this at the perfect time. And real quick, by the way, if you are looking to get better, make sure you are subscribed down below. My whole goal is just to help you improve, get more kills, die a little less, pick up more wins. Now, right here, right around the corner, see this guy right here? See him? Watch how Breadman plays this. This is his 500 IQ play. Notice how many of you would push into the building here, right into this doorway. Probably pretty much all of you. Watch what he does. He's going to clear this backside, and once he doesn't see this guy crossing the street, now he can go ahead and push in. He knows the enemy's in here. He also has his teammate as well. They know it's a 1v2 situation. They're in a really good spot. Let's go ahead, keep pushing this forward. What do we do from this moment? It's going to rotate by car. Car is a little high risk, high reward. Be very careful with your cars because you're basically telling everybody where you are, but they also allow you to rotate safer than if you are rotating on foot. Now, Breadman decided, it being day one, let's go ahead and see if we can just drive it through the water like we could in previous games, and you literally sink the car immediately. So let's go ahead and push forward right here. He's going to just keep working his way across, keep working his way this way, trying to figure out what he can find. What's the next piece of information that he acts on? 3, 2, 1. There we go. Enemy soldier incoming, guys. Great way to get information. They catch a very quick glimpse of him. So once again, we're going to see the same thing that we just saw previously, where teammates going to live ping. Live pinging is a great way to communicate with your teammates. And who knows, maybe you need to share this with your teammate as well. Watch what he does. He's not going to push into the building. Great live ping by his teammate there. It allows them to easily track where he's going, push around that way. And then what do we do from here? What's the next piece of information that we act on? This guy flying in. This guy is literally going to be the definition of a bullet. Now, at this moment, two things happen. Number one, teammate gets shot. Number two, you're going to catch Breadman looking at minimap right there, and we catch the unsuppressed weapon ping. So now they know where he is. What does Breadman do? He's not going to challenge head on here. He's going to play high ground. Notice he's always thinking about that high ground, right? So this is where getting shot is okay, and then it's sort of a patience game. Catches that guy trying to get high ground. Now, if that guy gets high ground, this fight becomes a whole lot tougher, but Breadman got quick high ground there, prevented this guy from going up. Teammate's going to get enemy number 2 right behind, and they are absolutely zooming this game. Now, what do we do from here? I'm going to be totally honest. They probably should have bought a UAV. They've got plenty of cash. At this point, it was day one. Breadman was talking a little bit about the Swarm and the DG and the different guns that he's using. So we're going to push this forward to when they use another thing. What do they use this time? They use a heli. Now, the helis aren't great, but it at least gives you the ability to fly around to get your high ground quickly. So you kind of see this common theme of getting high ground to get information and getting high ground to get positioning. Right here, notice teammate is kind of a little bit behind. Teammate's getting sniped at from over to his right side somewhere. Now, he's going to be very aggressive here. He's going to land directly on this guy. He doesn't see enemy number 2 anywhere, so he's literally going to land on this guy's head. Now, part of this is Breadman's execution. That guy's broken at this point, so he has the advantage. Kill with the DG. Not sure where enemy number 2 is. At this point, if you notice, teammate is literally all the way up top here on the crane, and is going to go ahead and live ping the next enemy. Once again, very easy form of communication right here. Teammate snipes. Team wipe right there. 11 kills. Now, what do we do from this point? Notice how quick he's moving on to the next fight. What is he doing? He's going to go ahead and get on top of the crane himself. So as this evolves, this is what we're going to be seeing. It's people shooting at him. It is live pings from teammates. It is UAVs. He's going to pop a ton of UAVs throughout this game, but they're trying to figure it out. Weapon ping to the left side, right? And now it's a little bit tougher when we're doing this breakdown because we have Breadman's voice, we have my voice, but those are things that you want to be listening for. Now, in this moment, you see buy back to the left side. Great way to figure out where people are, especially on big map. So great way right there. Notice this guy right back behind. This guy on the mini map. So let's go ahead and challenge this way. Now, again, I keep going back to this. Day one, Breadman, not familiar with this map. He's going to go ahead, and he's literally going to jump straight through the middle and go, well, that wasn't exactly the smartest thing. So at this point, he decides to just leave that guy. Why does he leave that guy? He's like, there's a good chance that I'm not finding him in there. Like, that building's crazy. There's so many levels. Like, I'm probably not going to find him. So what do? Follow the teammate, right? Teammate's looking over this way. Watch one. Team wipe right there. Live ping, team wipe right there. Double snipe, great snipes by the teammate. But teammate also says there's more, and pings this building right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and land there. You can see how aggressive Breadman is. Now, for you, playing like this building or this building is probably the smarter thing, or even this building, right? Not necessarily just full sending this. This is duos, so our whole goal is if we can get one down, then the pressure is on them. If we get a clean kill, we can challenge the second one immediately. If the kill is a little bit messy or the down's a little bit messy where we take damage, then from that point we back off. The pressure's on them to revive. We just replate and then we re-engage and kind of keep that pressure on. Now, what do we do from here? $21,000. Let's go ahead and pop Yui. Right? Watch how quick he is. Yui there. Number one, he buys himself as well. Buys another Yui, grabs precision, stows that. Now he's off to the next thing. That's super quick, guys. You want to really learn how to navigate that buy station. What are we doing? Teammate comms on me. So we're taking the zip, right? Once again, zip allows us to rotate quickly, rotate safely. He goes straight to the crane so that he can continue to get that high ground. We can see how fluid he is navigating the different levels of this map. Immediately pushes over this way. Flies in, there's down number one, worries about enemy number two, but once again, teammate is right there with him. There's the thirst. Now, we don't know where that other enemy went, so what do? Let's go ahead and pop UAV here, right? Just, it sucks a little bit to waste this UAV, but watch, I mean, guys, this is the level of execution that Breadman's at. I guarantee you somebody's going to be so mad and say he's cheating in this. Oh, he's cheating. We're going to ignore all of the missed shots, but only focus on that right there. That's all somebody's going to focus on. I guarantee. Check the comments. I'm sure somebody's commenting about it. He's cheating, I know it. Ignoring all the missed shots. So what do? Immediately working over this way, right? Watch left side here. He's taking note of these two enemies on the left side, so we're going to go ahead and push that way. Constantly acting on information. How do we get up there? What's our challenge point, right? Well, let's go ahead and take zip, right? Let's go ahead and get high ground. Notice how it just allows him to rotate quicker. He could absolutely rotate over on foot. It also allows him to see multiple buildings at one time and try to check these rooftops. Now, he knows they're over here somewhere, just not 100% sure where, right? And what allows him to keep this pace is, of course, going to be his execution. But it's the navigation of the map and how we find people is what I really want you to take away from this. Two enemies over in the building, obviously with Birdseye here, which he is running in this gameplay. He's got double time, sleight of hand, quick fix, and Birdseye. We don't see those levels, so we don't know that they're below. He's just going to push in here. This is exactly what I said. When we get that first kill clean, gets it pretty clean, takes half a plate of damage, then we can challenge enemy number two immediately and easily get that kill. Those guys weren't great players, but that's the execution that we're looking for. And that even works against sweaty players as you start to improve, because if you get that first kill, kind of keep your element of surprise and get that first kill, then from there, you can challenge that sweaty player in a 50-50, at which point you can use movement and stuff like that to your advantage. Now, not enough for a UAV, so what do? Let's go ahead and fly, right? Right back to these zips, guys. These zips are everywhere. And one thing that we haven't even seen him do yet that you absolutely can do in this is go zip to zip. You can zip to another zip and get on it halfway up. One right here. Go ahead. Pretty clean kill, although he does have self. He's going to challenge this guy immediately. Those guns are just absolutely insane. That guy didn't stand a chance. One thing you can do is go zip to zip. So you take a zip, you fly over to another one, you get on about halfway, you zip again, it reshoots you, and you cover a lot of ground in a very short period of time. What do we do from here? Let's go ahead and grab the big game bounty, right? Big game bounties addition again from Warzone 1. It basically goes to the person who has the most amount of kills, which probably would be Breadman, but because he grabbed it, it's going to go to somebody else. Gives him the information. If they get the kill, it gives them an advanced UAV. But at the end of the day, it's like, they're not going to push in this situation. They're just going to go ahead and work towards a buy station. Now, in this moment, what are we doing? We have car to the left side. We have to rotate on foot a little bit. Make sure you're paying attention to your cover. Constantly keeping track of, not getting caught out in the open too much. But he's going to go buy a UAV. He has a ton of cash here, and then we start to work from there. Okay, so let's go ahead and buy UAV. See what we find. And you're seeing the pacing. The pacing is always working on something, whether it's high ground information, people shooting. Now, two teams over this way. What do? We immediately take the zip, right? So doesn't even hesitate there to take the redeploy balloon. He's once again going to land right in on these guys, and we're going to see a good live ping here. Live ping allows him to easily track this enemy through the wall, right? Oh, he's got wall hacks. No, he's got a live ping, right? Through the wall, easily knows where that guy is. Challenge enemy number two right here. And again, you can't be that aggressive when you are playing quads, but when you're playing duos, or even when you're playing with a squad, you can absolutely start to play that aggressive. Now, straight across here, he knows they're straight across. He's got the buy station right here. He's actually going to buy precision. He buys the precision. Now he's going to go ahead and start to work this building right here. Let's go ahead, fly around to the other side. Now, at the moment he gets that thirst right there, he didn't get that down, right? Somebody else downed that guy. But the moment he gets the thirst, he knows he's in a 1v1 fight because it is duos, right? By the way, I love playing duos. I think duos is one of the best game modes out there. I think it's one of the most fun where you can play aggressive. It's not too sweaty, but he's going to go ahead and push up. And again, we see Breadman's level of execution. Gets caught a little bit off guard right here with the stim. Drop down below, immediately snap around, and just absolutely fries that guy. By the way, that's his 20 kill game right there. Still plenty of time left, although the gulag is closed. So do need to be a little bit smart about the engagements we take. This guy's going to take zip, but he has no plates. That's another thing, is keep in mind you can shoot people off of the zip. Car right here, okay? So we immediately notice the car after we get the kill on the minimap, right? So now we shoot it. Then what happens? This guy pops out of the car, right? So now we know, and I'm going to rewind this for a second. I want to notice, we're going to watch this through here. He's going to push in this way. He's going to easily get that kill right there. Now, what's the next piece of information that he acts on? Oh, this is sus, right? Oh, how do you know there was an enemy literally right in front of him there? I'll show you. These are things that you miss, that great players like Breadman don't miss. Watch this right here. As he's jumping, see right here? See where my cursor is? Watch this guy. See him flying in? Those are the little pieces of movement that people like Breadman, that they don't miss, that you do, and those are the little things that cause you to wander. Now, what else makes Breadman such a great player? He's just got a really good game IQ. I think it's one of the strongest parts of his game. He knows this guy's taking zip. There he is, sure enough. I mean, you got to see that coming with the smoke play and the zip straight in front. It's just a really good play all the way around. Now, what do? Let's go ahead. He knows he's on 30 pace at this point. Throw this puppy in reverse. Let's go ahead and pop UAV right here. Let's go ahead and pop UAV. We pop UAV. What do we have around us? One to the right, two to the left. This two to the left, he's getting caught a little bit out in the open, but we have cover. He's going to go ahead and play his positioning. Now, at what point do we kind of pivot from here? He's just waiting. He knows they're a decent team here, so he's playing his positioning. Now, this ping right here is when he notices that they are kind of leaving him. So he's going to shoot the front guy first, and then he shoots the back guy. Breaks that front one, finally gets the down on the guy in the back. So now he's going to go ahead and immediately work his way over. He also, I guarantee you, recognizes that there were people that are still back behind him having to rotate in. Let's go ahead and push up top here. There's the thirst. Other one's up top. He's going to even the fight right here with the break. Now he challenges with momentum a little bit, and we're up to 25 right here. Now, what do we do from this point? We're going to play this. He knows there's people rotating in. He has prox chat, just not 100% sure where they are. As soon as he plays his cover and this train goes by, there's enemy number one. Enemy number two in the back can't do anything because it's an incredibly fast TTK, and he's up to 27. Now, what do we do from here? We don't know where anybody is. We're just going to go ahead and start to work our way in this way. But he does have another UAV, so he's going to go ahead and pop his UAV. Notice the pacing, right? So the pacing comes from two things. It comes from knowing how to find people and executing with clean kills and being able to challenge with momentum. That's where the pacing comes from. But I think the biggest thing is learning how to consistently find people. UAV's popped, one straight ahead. So he's going to immediately go ahead and challenge this guy right here. Let's go ahead and push up. Right? He knows where this guy's looking as well. By the way, for those of you that don't know, this arrow on the advanced UAV is where this guy is looking. It's not levels or anything like that. It is literally where he is looking. Straight ahead. Easy kill right there for number 29. Gonna work his way over. Teammate has two players, including the king, right? We have the king over here, which makes it super easy. And he's gonna drop the flare for his teammate just in case he goes down. Now he starts to really put the pressure on here. This is where it gets a little bit tougher because you want to play aggressive. The 40 is still in play. He needs 11 of the last 13. 12. My math would be 12. 11 of the last 12 in order to drop 40, but you also have buybacks and flares and things like that. Still have to worry about the other enemy, though. He knows that there's two over here, just not 100% sure where the second one is. Trying to clear it. Now teammate pings up top, right? Look at the weapon ping. We see it on the mini-map right here. So he's going to go ahead and work his way over. Does he know this is wall bangable? Absolutely not, but he's going to try, and at the moment he knows it's wall bangable, he's just going to go ahead and push, right? Go ahead and wait. There's the wall bang right there. Downed. Thirsty right there. Number 2. 32 kills. He's got 8 other enemies still alive here. No UAVs, no information, but he knew that people were over this way, which is why he rotated from the UAV. Gets caught out in the open. It's okay. We just back off and play our cover right here. Let's go ahead and play it up. Now, this one, he gets a little bit lucky. I mean, he gets pinched right here. He's in a good spot to challenge this guy ahead of him, but then he gets shot in the back. Now, he is able, and by the way, I didn't notice this. I've watched this like 2 or 3 times at this point. This is how I know what is happening. I didn't catch that he literally saw the guy in this doorway. You see him in the doorway shooting at him. So now he's just barely able to get out of this. Watch how he works to keep everything in front. He's going to go ahead and challenge this guy that's in this building right here first, right there. Easy down, easy thirst right there for number 33. And now he has everything in front of him. Guys, the more you can keep everything, sometimes center circle is not where you want to be, especially one like this where there's not a lot of cover. You want to try to keep everything in front of you as much as possible. Teammate's going to go ahead and live ping straight ahead right about here. Easy kill for Breadman right there, down, thirsted, hiding in a bush. That's just execution right there. A little bit of strafing. Really good snap there with the WSP Swarm, which we obviously day one didn't know was meta. Quickly realized that it is absolutely a great option. 35 kills right here. He's going to go ahead and just hold these guys out of circle. They're in a good spot here with high ground and cover. They know their back is all, squared away. There's nobody back behind them. Everybody's in front. 2v2 situation right here. Down, thirsted. Now, I'm going to go ahead and push this forward. Essentially, what they're trying to do is get the guy to pop the reinforcement flare so that maybe he can drop the 40, because if he pops the reinforcement flare and then he kills the guy and then he pops another reinforcement flare, that would be his 40. But at this point, the guy doesn't actually, he potentially sees it right there and he just doesn't even see it. So they're really trying hard to be able to get the 40. But unfortunately, that's a wrap right there. 38 kills. Teammate had 13 as well, 51 in duos. So I hope you found today's video helpful. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.